artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment? Halfway. You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't been doing the education. You don't have the answers though, because you trying to give me advice about something. You ain't got the answer. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and
it ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. It ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know. It ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. 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 What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know. Most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici?
Yo, what's up, world? If you're watching this on the flip side, my recommend settings are going to be 1.2, 1.5. A lot of information to get in. Going to talk about some crypto stuff. But yeah, man, tweeting my link out. Thanks for vibing to this beat that I made. I'm gonna have to re-release it. I'm thinking about releasing it as an NFT tomorrow. So yeah, let me know if we should do that. But yeah, getting ready to get started. Just trying to get this link out. Trying to get some fools in this beach before we start talking about the Zen world and crypto in general. But yeah, just kick back, relax for another 30 seconds, and we're gonna get this going.
$13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and
it ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. It ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know. It ain't no Ralph. It ain't Ralph. 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 What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
mean? This the wrong chat to say Zen is dead end. We're all lunatics over here, dude. We think Zen is getting ready to change the world. As my guy Jack Levin said, world domination. Oh shit. Sick. What's up, world? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? Thank you so much for waiting in that lobby there while I set up my spaceship and still forget to close the door. But we're getting closer and closer into a world where we're back where we used to be. I got my chair back though, so I've been sitting down. But yeah, what's up, planet Earth? This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. I make music and do DJ type things. If you want me to play your wedding, let me know. I'll talk about cryptocurrency the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, long story short, if you enjoyed that beat that was playing before the one that's now the backtrack, let me know. I want to release that one. I've been holding on to that bad boy since 2018, and it's a slapper. I be listening to it by myself and shit. Like, damn, sometimes I'll play when I DJ. But yeah, it made sense to play today because everybody's got the answers, right? But have they ever spent money to empower themselves? And then the brand that they make. That's why I love that quote, bro. Kanye was going so hard in that moment. And if you've never seen that interview on Sway in the Morning from 2015, maybe it was 2015. It could have been 14. It was the Yeezus era Kanye. So when Kanye first started to really become chaotic, as some would say. And yes, I am a Kanye West fan. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's my Michael Jordan of rap. Like, bruh, since I was a kid, it's just been Kanye West. But that little quote from that interview has always been running with me since he said it. Yo, it's not about empowering yourself and putting money behind yourself, because someone else is always going to say, man, I put money behind myself too. It's about, is it Ralph though? Like, is it Ralph? Like, did you put money behind yourself to make yourself the best thing possible, or are you just trying to do the bare minimum? Sway had no answers for that. He had literally, you ain't got the answers, bro. Like, the amount of wealth you put behind yourself to believe what you can be, that's the superpower. Not when anybody says you can do with your shits. So yeah, if you like that beat, I'm gonna try to release it as an NFT so you can own it and play it, shit like that, yada yada yada. But what's up, y'all? What up, Penny? What up, Bud Green? Sees you. No name. What up, Mick? Zenthusiast. xenBLOCK. Jake is targeting you. What does that mean? He's watching your videos for Titan Talk. Oh, there you go. Well, there's some Titan Talk. What up, Cray Crypto? What up, Caleb? What'd you learn in Python this morning, bro? What I'm learning in Python is scripting and running loops. And I've been using currently so the real thing I've been doing is I've been using the Zen miner, and I've been spinning shit up with it. I'm hoping I can finally mine one of these tokens that I'm trying to get out, but I haven't had time to sit down and make it easier for the miner to find it. But yeah, Python is really dope. I see why a lot of people are I learned C++ like way back in the day, and then I learned JavaScript. I came in on MySpace, so HTML, I rock all that all day. That's me. But yeah, I never really dabbled with Python because I was just that super nerdy shit, So now I understand why the nerds are so hypey about Python, because it is very easy to use, and it's crazy to think, like, just think of some shit and then bam, it's programming. If it's intuitive and the math is right, it's pretty cool, man. I fucks with it. Thanks for all the xenBLOCK alpha. Cray Crypto with the 15. Thank you so much for the 15, man. That's a big ass high five. High five. Let's go. All right. Big ups. Thank you for that. Literally why I'm in crypto, so I can consistently continue to invest in myself. Exactly. I mean, eventually people are going to get into it. And that's kind of why my title today says let's talk crypto, or let's talk Zen and then crypto integration going into 2024. I think yesterday during my members video, we discovered, I mean, it's an ongoing trend, but one thing that I think about in this, you know, some people say we live in a matrix or whatever the fuck, we live in a simulation, whatever the fuck, right? But for some reason we're all sharing the same experience with little micro experiences, right? Like whatever the fuck I do after I turn off this camera, like, yeah, bro, you're not there, so like you don't know what I'm experiencing, blah blah blah, unless I bring out my phone and I bring you in. So that's what I mean. We have moments in time where we can synchronize and come together, and you can see where I'm at. There used to be a land there used to be a land before time where dinosaurs roared, and there was also no such thing as no internet, bruh. Everywhere there was no internet, there was no communication everywhere. It was somewhere, but it wasn't everywhere like it is today. So with communication being everywhere today, that shit is right in your face. And something that I was seeing yesterday, that was the Zen price, but here we got Bitcoin doing its thing. Let's see, where's my lines at? Why are they not here? Hold on, let me refresh this. Yes, reload, please. But if you know me, I've been bearish as fuck. I'm like, yo, I think Bitcoin's going to 15,000, and that's a synchronized thought that now I have to like really analyze, because a lot of people seem to be off sync, right? Like I'm like, why is this shit going up? I'm obviously not synced with the narrative, because I was 100% with this narrative that we didn't want to get above 28, because it push above 28 means, you know, like we should have a date with 38. How about that? Right? There should be a date with 38 after a push from 28. We're gonna rhyme and put that shit together. But that was a really low chance of opportunity. Some would say, you know, this area, this is the daily on Bitcoin. So some would say back here in January that once we push past this zone above this 200, like it was game on. So all of this is a dip, right? Like this push here is dip buyers saying we're buying, is what we're being sold right now. On the oh shit, oopsies, you know, oopsies, oh we're pumping, you know, that's kind of how I'm perceiving this pump, and why it's not extremely strong, because again, if it was more clarification of why the market is moving, the market would continue to move. So it's good for crypto, it's good for 2024, because we know, like, yes, the market is here, it's ready to move. Some people sideline crypto, boom, put it back into a Bitcoin position, you feel me? Like, that's great. But why are we stalling? Skirt. Like, nah, man, we pushed past 28. We got a date with 38. Like, what the fuck? And this is because there's a lot of things. Typically Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays are sell-off days in the market, because it's about to be the weekend. Everybody's, you know, what's the narrative? Like, oh, I got shit to do. Got a big dinner. Got some life to live. I don't want to get caught holding a bag on a Friday when I could take it on a Thursday or a Wednesday, right? Or the Friday with the panic sells or some shit. So that's kind of why we're seeing a little bit of a pullback here. We should have kept marching towards 38, and then this wouldn't have stalled. But again, it's good looks, because it's like, cool, everybody's ready for a fresh Bitcoin. And it kind of also shows that Bitcoin is still correlating with the US dollar. So yesterday on stream, this is where things started to get a little wacky, because I really wanted to see if this was in front of my face. So right now, so in the real world, right, we are in crypto land, right? We don't really care about traditional shit. Where's the DeFi at? Where's the gains? But the cool thing about being a Zenian, that at least I'm trying to share, that, I mean, this is something I'm fascinated by as a hobby of being into crypto, but also as a Zenian, it does kind of apply to our market because we're so correlated with Ethereum, and like how VMPX is going to be so correlated with Bitcoin. Essentially, the moves that are made on those platforms will affect our platforms, and those platforms are affected by this platform. You know what I'm saying? So learning the foundations of like, what is the US dollar index, you know, what is the PPI, you know, things like this, like these little tiny things, these like little indicators that you could just check in on that can help you paint a future picture for now. Because right now this is a little bit trippy, right? Because what we see here is the US dollar index, which is a basket of currencies from around the world hedging the dollar, right? So this is basically, and I mean, if you've never heard of the Dixie, the DXY, yeah, you should go do some research on it. It's a pretty fascinating rabbit hole to go down, because you'll see again why you need to get into Bitcoin and bring everybody in as soon as possible. And also it shows you the power of where Bitcoin gets, or where the crypto markets are heading. So being a Zenian, again, you're involved in all of it. So you reap the benefits of the world's trajectory of finance, literally. Like, welcome to the future. So what's dope about this is the Dixie, when it pumps and goes up, they call this risk off, or like risk off assets. So like if I have Bitcoin and then the Dixie's going up, so it's at 106, it's going to, let's say, 113. I want to sell off my Bitcoin into the Dixie, so then this way we can pump the Dixie, make some extra money there, hedge it until the Dixie is over whatever, and then it rolls over. So this is like an old school trading hedge thing that if you go out there and you look, it's found its way into Bitcoin, in my opinion, because they relate Bitcoin to gold, and a lot of people hedge gold's value versus the US dollar. So we happen to be tangled into this. Now, this is the most interesting thing. Yesterday on my little members video, we were breaking it down, trying to figure out like where could we get some momentum. Like if we're really bullish right now, like what's the hope here? and it does look like Bitcoin is going against the Dixie right now. Now, this doesn't mean, pretty much it doesn't really mean anything right now. That's kind of why, like, this can still sell off. This can still go opposite. But we had a really crucial moment here. I almost want to say like an exchange of hands, where in this moment, this was the last time the Dixie sold off, in July into August. So if we see here, the Dixie goes up and Bitcoin goes down. So it's right in front of our eyes. When the Dixie's going up, Bitcoin is going down. But now you see Bitcoin is going extremely up, while the Dixie's going what you would say is extremely up. So this is starting to become a new scenario, because no one knows what's happening here. Hold on, I need to sip some coffee. Awesome. This morning, BlackRock said they are suing the SEC if they deny their ETF again. Damn. That's what I'm saying, though, too. Yeah, so see, BlackRock's getting antsy. And now, I wish I had a longer chart of this. But this is starting. I've been doing research on this all morning. And the more research I do on the Dixie, bro, I'm like, yo, I think Bitcoin really is getting pretty fucking bullish. And I'm trying to think like, hey, there's some analysts out there that think the Dixie topped out already, right? They say the top could be right up here. Here, we got to zoom out. Or this is it. Yeah, the top will be right here at 123 if it were to go up, right? So the Dixie right now is literally going up. Technically, Bitcoin is supposed to be selling down. right? But you have to zoom out to lower time frames before you actually see some sort of sell-off happening while the Dixie is pumping. So I'm really thinking the world is starting to become hip, and we're in a whole different world now where you used to be able to say like, oh yeah, like people don't buy Bitcoin no more. So I went ahead and I was like, you would have saw it on my X today, but I was like, man, where can I buy a Bitcoin? Like, I'm gonna type that into Google. You know, there's some places in my neighborhood that sell Bitcoin at ATMs. You know what I'm saying? There's some people also ask, where's the best place to buy a Bitcoin? You know, there's a breakdown. So Bitcoin's pretty accessible if I want to go to Google and say, I want a Bitcoin. And there's miners. There's people mining Bitcoins, making them real a lot more than 2015, 16, 17, 18. So getting a Bitcoin is not hard. Now the market creating more integration of Bitcoin, like let's buy plane tickets with Bitcoin, let's buy houses with Bitcoin. That's the ETFs, right? That's the what the fucks. So I hope we get one more little pullback. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get 15. That might never happen again. I might be speaking a nuke into existence right now saying this shit. Because that would be the only way that anybody would not believe in internet money. Because the world is just so bad that internet money doesn't replace the hopium that the Dixie has. So this just pumps into infinity. And people forget about fucking Bitcoin. Because they dropping nukes. And I can't buy pairs with Bitcoins because I ain't got no power. I don't know. I just don't see that apocalypto fucking world. That might just be me though. I don't think the world is gonna become that crazy. And again, this is what's cool about Zen. So now Zen again is attached. It's bootstrapped to Ethereum. So since the world is pulling back because the Dixie is going up, that's why I think this pullback is happening for real. I think that we're seeing that correlation between traditional finance and Bitcoin right now because of the uncertainty of the war. People are hedging back into the dollar, but there's like, again, you could do your research, but there's a lot of speculators saying they can't see it getting back above this 115 area unless there's printing, and that's what the Fed said they're gonna do. They go print money, bro. So this is why I'm just so confused on what's gonna happen next. But the world decides with Bitcoin. If everybody wants to get behind Bitcoin and turn their dollars into Bitcoin, there's definitely people trading bits for dollars, and that's not hard to get. And then you have the NFTs. I've been seeing so much like let's go to X. Let's just type in "Are NFTs dead?" Are NFTs dead? Let me see here. NFTs are dead. I've been said that. So yeah, NFTs are dead right now. But that's kind of why I'm like, where's the real opportunity at in this market where everybody is saying everything is dead, but Bitcoin is pumping and the Dixie's pumping and there's two wars. Like, what the fuck is going on in the reality, right? So I do think, again, that's why I have a wild ass prediction here, but I do think Bitcoin's gonna survive all of this extraness that's happening right now. This is what it was designed and created for. It's like the first layer of digital money to bring us into the future, to, you know, again, take the power from the current narrative and place it into a new one. And again, there's a lot of tech people like a Elon Musk, like a Jack Levin. Shit, Bill Gates already said he got Bitcoins. Tim Cook saying he got Bitcoins. So there's already all these bigger tech and people that are like, we got Bitcoin. So where do you think this is going in 2024? You think the pizza shop is going to not take Bitcoins, or you think the pizza shop is going to start taking Bitcoins? You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's too black and white. I think it's right in our face. Right. And especially if the Dixie tips, if this tips over right now, like let's say it doesn't get above this high right here. This high is 107. So right now the market is moving the correct way. Dixie is pumping, Bitcoin is dumping. So let's see if the Dixie gets above 107 and pushes towards 108 and what that does to Bitcoin. You know, and I'm wondering what this is going to do to Zen, because now you just got to wait for Bitcoin to start moving. For Zen, it's literally a DCA. So if it's going to go lower again, I've already drawn. I said driven. I have already drawn the like, I guess you could say buy zone, which would be someone just capitulating on Zen right now and getting us right back down to those lows from early October. But I think we'll hold so we can close the candle of the month, unless we're about to make a graveyard doji. Let me turn this off. So like, unless we're about to dump back to these lows and then make like a lower low for the whole month, and then make what's called like a graveyard doji. Not like a doji like this, but like the red version, which would, that usually you don't see that type of shit like right here. So that's why I'm like, yeah, nah, that doesn't really make any sense. Like that's a top. You see graveyard doji. Oh, here's one right here. So it'll be like this, and it would signify it, and like, oh, this is still going down. But I don't think that's starting. You know, I'm just starting to feel bullish on all ends and all spectrums, and I hope you've been DCing. I've definitely been making sure I have the right position. That's why I'm going so hard on DXN right now, because Jesus. But biblical. You think this is biblical right here? This is the flip. This is how you flip money. That's kind of how I'm picturing it too. And 2024, what does that look like? Like, I really think people are gonna be willing to take crypto in 24. And then if all you just have like Apple saying, oh, we're gonna add Bitcoin to your Apple Pay wallet. Like, people are already hypnotized by that shit. You know how many people have already switched to Apple Pay? At least here in New York, that's the craziest thing. You see a little kid run into the bodega, 7 years old. I got Apple Pay. Like, what the fuck? Your mom sent you here with Apple Pay? Like, yeah, I live in the future, man. Like, when I was 7, you needed quarters and nickels, bro. Now I sound like the old ass man. I'm only 30, man. What the fuck? I'm just a big ass. I just became an adult, bro. What the fuck? It's lit. All time low right now. Yeah, this is ATLs. We in the ATL right now. That's why it's the ghetto. No, I'm just kidding. I love Atlanta. Straight up. I actually grew up as a kid in Atlanta. It's like my childhood. Shouts to the ATL. But yeah, we could test some all-time lows for show here on DXN. I didn't want to see it, but I don't know what's going on. Ross seems to not care about this shit. And once upon a time ago, he did tell me this is a community project. So he really doesn't care about price. So someone would need to pick it up. So I don't really know what's going on over here. This is built on pure hopium. So that thing that Jack Levin said that xenBLOCKs does not have, DXN has an 100%. This shit is 100% hopium. Like, there at this point, there is no reason to think this shit is going up, down, left, right, backwards, front flip. This shit is going down. Like, I have never felt this way before. Like, everybody tried to get me to feel the way I feel about Zen, like how I feel about DXN price right now. Like, everybody wanted me to feel like Zen was going down forever. can't feel that way. But for this one, I'm like, I must be mentally psychotic right now. Why am I still holding this coin? I even put in the LP. Now the LP, I did that at 10 Gwei. Now that it's 31. So I'm like, ah, shit, fuck it. Guess we're just cooking over there. But there is some good news. Let's get mentally chaotic right now. Let's feed the dopium. I mean, my bad, the hopium. My bad. I mean, the reality. So yesterday it was 5 billion Zen was burned in DXN. We haven't seen a 5 billion day since back in July. So this could signal a bottom. Again, and that's the salty part about DXN. There's a lot of people that bought this shit at like $70, $30, $40. So there's still the salty possibility that this can feed the hopium and lift off from these lows. So as much as I don't trust this shit, I'm like, man, I might need to just keep going. But yeah, at this point, I wouldn't really try to make this thing go up. It's getting away from this respectable downtrend, right? And it's breaking down past it's another low wick confirmed concept here, where yeah, that shit told us, but we was hoping hoping but yeah, fully confirmed. So yeah, I mean, there's 1 million coins right now. There's 44 here. Let's look at this. So there's 1.5 million staked in DXN. How much is in DB's NFTs? And like the whole like I don't care about it like attitude from Rosvin is kind of like what makes me be like, oh, this coin is in limbo, but it could be totally by design. I mean, and maybe I'm just giving them the idea. So maybe if you see the mannerisms change and they're like, yeah, this actually is our idea, then maybe that's what's happening. And maybe it's just not an organic flop, you know? It's either an organic flop. We knew it was going to flop. A manipulated flop. I don't know which one it was. I've never seen anything like DXN before DXN. But there could have been something of the spin of what it is, you know? So that's like the advantage point that a lot of people have when these new dApps come out, and why again I'm attracted to proof of work mining, because in proof of work mining you level out the playing field for the work. Like the amount of work that goes into being an expert at DBZen is gonna be 10 times more than if you just go to Vast and turn on a Zen miner, especially now that we got the one-liner in the description. We just drop in one command and it sets it all up, and you do 2 more commands and you're mining. So now that we're here, the amount of work that goes into making DXN worth of value makes you question yourself, like, why don't I just turn on a Zen miner, you know? But I am curious to see how they bring it back. Like, what can they do to save this, because this still has really good tokenomics. So and that's also a benefit, right? Like if it were to lose its spunk and then come back, doesn't mean just feeding hopium, right? Pure hopium right now, and then it comes back. People would be excited. It would start at 0. Imagine like everybody has their Zen. It's March. The 333 auction is scrapped. They're saying, oh, you got to burn Zen through a third party because it's community built. So the biggest third party community thing gets it. I'm trying to build that into existence right now. I'm just kidding. Throw away the 333 auction. You can only burn. People go, DBZen already exists. I got a bag. Let's pump this shit. So that's kind of like why I'm not trying to get too personal, emotional. Like this shit sucks, because I think it's gonna come back on some crypto shit. Because it's and that's the way to do it realistically. And that's why I might be painting something that is not even in anyone's mind, but I'm trying to make it make sense to me. And if I made a DBZen And I didn't really want to take ownership because I tried that, and then Jack Levin said, we're not burning that for X1 chain. So that didn't really work in my favor to try to back social aspects, you know. So now it's just like, let it spin and die, and then hopefully it comes back because it has good tokenomics. You know, and then you fall off, and then the best developer in DXN is not Rossman, and he just has to wait for it to fucking blow over. How low the price goes, I don't know, because that's what I'm saying. Eventually, if enough people hold and stay staked, it's gonna catch a balance, but it would take years. It'd be like, this is turned into a, like, we're camping for 2 to 3 years waiting for it to get to that equilibrium. For the lobby not to, or here's the equilibrium for realistically, in my opinion. There might be something else, but the amount of dumping has to be what do you call it? Like, so every day coins come out, right? I think it's like 6,000 coins a day. So this number goes down. As this number reaches roughly around 4,000 coins, which probably is going to take again like a year to 2, you'll see that DXN coming out of the lobby won't affect the sell pressure. So the real sell pressure will be people, if not bots. So that's why it's like, yo, technically this is already working. Code works. You can't really be too hard on the team. Someone else could build a liquidity dApp. It just sucks it didn't come from them. Like, I honestly, on some brand, I would think you would want to have everything under your roof so that you can be like, nah, we made this. But again, they could be taking a bigger approach where they're saying it'd be cooler if the community made things. Kind of like xenBLOCKs. Like, xenBLOCKs is really cool because the community is making all this cool stuff. Like, the only thing Jack Levin made was the miner.py and the sync node. Well, pretty much everything that's like the architecture of how the blockchain works is Jack Levin. And why not? Like I said, that's the server guy. Like, you want the dude who's been connecting data for the longest time to connect the blockchain data together to make sure that it's the best possible, which they're building right now. Some of the, at least for our eyes, and you're more than welcome to come into the xenBLOCKs community if you want. But from a lot of our perceptions, it's shit we've never seen before in crypto. And there's a lot of brains. So if you've seen it before, please come in. Drop the links. Tell us to catch the fuck up. We would love that. Them wet lemon pepper wings. Damn, who's got the lemon pepper wings at? I'm buying more DXN once the gas drops. Yeah, that's another thing too. The gas is up. Oh yeah, but see, yeah. So this is where I want to continue with this whole DXN thing, because the gas is what makes DXN valuable. So another utility that comes into play, similar to Zen, is that when gas goes up, those players that were selling the lobby down, I guess trying to destroy the price, or they would never. It would take you on the other side of the screen to do the math to figure out, how are these people making money? Like, maybe get all the data, throw it into chat GPT and be like, yo, how are these people making money? Because this is insane. And then maybe it can spin up a formula to let us know. But yeah, they're gonna probably keep dumping this into Obliterant. They could pretty much dump it until 1 cent. So, and I only say 1 cent because all the other DBZens are holding above a cent. Well, I guess, yeah. You can't really count these ones. These ones don't matter because nobody uses them. But Eve Moss, Glamour, see, even though it's down 20%, it's still holding 1 cent. So, and all these are holding 1 cent. So it seems that, in my opinion, even look at that, even base with its selling fell to 1 cent. Weird. So maybe another. That's a far way down, boy. That's a far way down. That's a far way down. Hey. Imagine though, everything goes to 1 cent, and then we're just watching this like go to 1 cent. But I hope it doesn't do that. Again, like, I like Rosvin. Now, though, would I say he could build it? Well, this is where I'm at with it, realistically, I guess, too. Why I'm such a fan of Zen. Because Zen is forever. Like, just like my fucking bio says, bro, blockchain is forever. Shit's gonna outlive me. So, do I want to trust everybody in crypto that they're gonna build things that are gonna outlive me? Probably not. Do I want to make it? Do I want to get the feeling from them to see if they are the next best thing? Yeah. So that's kind of like with Raj right now. It's like, I feel like he can make amazing technology, but this makes me feel from the rollout like it wouldn't be like the next best crypto. It would be a crypto built for his ideas, if that makes any sense. Like, Jack Levin isn't building cryptos for his ideas. He's building crypto on the behalf of cryptocurrency. You feel me? Like, these Jack Levin coins are for crypto, not for Jack. But now DXN, you see, if you feel what I'm saying, like, it's really going to be dependent on Raj's engagement, because the community cannot keep this afloat. It's just not possible. And it's not inflating fast enough for it to get enough coins into the hands of the right people. It would take a long time for us to buy this shit up. We'd be buying this shit for days. For years, we'd just buying it up. But again, it might be a thing, you know. I don't want to knock the people who are saying, I'm going to buy this shit up for years. That's why I'm saying. That's why I might join, you know. I buy a little for years. Will I burn my Zen for it? I don't know. And that's the funniest part too. A lot of people don't want to burn their Zen anymore. Does this get lower? Like, this also shows you another downfall, I guess. If you make a Zen ecosystem dApp, you probably do want to build something in, or whatever. Fuck it. We're not gonna say that, because that doesn't matter for DXN. I don't want to put that type of rationality on top of its degen-ness already, as if it needs to be even more degen. Somebody else can build that shit. Tight necks. But like, because what's cool about this concept and dividing it from like a better idea on a more mature level, thinking level plane, is that this is so fucking vanilla that it sucks. You feel me? It's like a car with no power steering, but the car look cool as fuck. It's like, damn, man, this thing ain't got no power steering. Like, I gotta go 50 miles per hour before I can merge. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I mean, yeah, it just sucks. It's like, damn, man, I wish this thing had power windows. This thing got rolling down windows. It's got a cassette player. Wow, this thing aged very fast. Like, yo, we've only been here for 7 months. What happened? But again, I feel like, I think I can bet on Roz that he's gonna build a game for DBZen. He has to at this point. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be a blockchain that changes DBZen's projection. It's gonna be some sort of program that it enables the ability for someone to need that token. You know, and for them, they might want more of it. So this again is a beautiful look at. They're like crying right now, like, thank God, $1. We didn't think it would ever get here. We're on the other side, like, damn, $1, man. Oh man, bro. Like, yo, bro, what's going on? They're all like, why aren't you guys happy? Turn the fuck up. Zen.game came back. You have a pepperoni pie if you want it for sale. If you want to sell your xenBLOCKs. Is it Marcus or Marcus? Marcus 2012. Zen on Optimism is the ish. Yeah, Optimism Zen is going crazy too. All Zens are gonna go crazy though. That's just it though. Everything is gonna go nuts. That's what we're feeling right now in this crypto market. Is the market is ready. The thing that isn't ready, in my opinion, is users. I don't think users are ready yet. And it's just not, we're just not there. I wish I could do a little bit more research on the onboarding state, but my best relationship of experience for the onboard is the iPhone, because I actually lived through that transition and watching the reality get online. That's why for me, for some people, they say the internet started blah blah blah, right? When's your internet start, right? For me, my internet for the world started in 2015. Like, everybody had the internet in their pocket in 2015. Before that, 2013, 2012, like, there were some people still had Blackberries. 2010, people definitely had Blackberries. 2009, 8, 7, that's the Sidekick era. You know what I'm saying? So the smartphone concept didn't become consolidated into the daily usage of the world until roughly 2015, when iPhone 5 came out, because that shit was crazy. And even down to app development, like the expansion of like digital access, right? Bloggers going bananas. It was an amazing time. I love 2015. So this is why I'm thinking 2023 is 2013 internet, when nobody knew what the fuck was going on. You're just hearing about Bitcoin, you're just seeing it all put together, but it's not really there yet, So then what happens when 25 comes around? Just like in 2015, everything came around and everybody understood. That's why I'm like, yo, next year is going to be the year of integration for cryptocurrency for sure. And we're getting a taste of it right now because people want to price it in, but it's going to happen organically on all angles, from your DXN to the Dixie to the Bitcoin to the Zen. They're all going to fall into the same fucking area, bro. They're all just I don't know how they did it or how they're doing it, but they're doing it that way. It's kind of beautiful to see, though, just play out. And it's cool to be on the other side and not be someone who's trapped in the dollar, who's like thinking like, actually, crypto's not gonna be the next commerce market where you're plowing. You might be still a farmer, but you're taking Bitcoins. You feel me? Like, you might still be a smoke shop owner, but you're taking Bitcoins. And you might get so into this I'm taking Bitcoins thing that you're taking other coins. And next thing you know, we got a new scam. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be hella bodega scams. So watch out. Get your education now. Educate your family today, so they know to only use Bitcoin and not to give it away. Jesus, there's gonna be so much building to do in the reality. But that's kind of what I see in 24 and 25, 26. More infrastructure in IRL. But in today's world, we're still just waiting for the people to catch on. Like, oh yeah, like that's why for sure if they continue the war narrative for into the holidays, like, so we're at war right now, bro. Like, this shit is nuts. And that's kind of why I'm looking at this December 19th. That was 10 weeks from October 9th. And we're looking at this as just being a potential day for the markets to decide up or down. Hopefully we're closer to the downside getting here. If not, we should be marching. So this is a good area to start trading sideways into December, and then making that move up or making that move down going into the first quarter of 24. That's why I'm like, should we bet on the planet to be educated and well informed by the new year about the power of crypto? Or do we think we're still in 2013, 10 years ago, 14, 10 years ago, where you Google how to buy a Bitcoin and you don't see any of this shit? Bro, look at New York right now to buy a Bitcoin. You can go buy Bitcoins. Not hard to get. Motherfuckers like, I got Bitcoin. What you mean? I got some Bitcoins to sell. Shit. Because we're still in the dollar world. So that's when I think we don't see the dollar get away from being an existing tool until we see more people migrate life assets into Bitcoin. And that's why ETFs are important. If ETFs get approved, then you can essentially say that people are going to really start building 401ks, what do you call it? Company bonds and shit like that. Like everything, you know, in a corporate system for when you're working is going to be integrated. And maybe that brings up the quality of life. And that's kind of why I'm saying, let's help the world. Like maybe that allows the employer to pay their employee more because there's less hands in the pool, you know, because they're using Bitcoin to back the company or some shit, you know. I mean, it's a beautiful time to be in crypto right now. There's a lot of fucking FUD and ugly conversation. That's just because everybody wants you to buy their bag. You get away from that, you get back to the Zen, and then you see how tight our chart is. Our chart is looking amazing. So I started using TradingView again. So there's no lines here. But yeah, this is looking really good. We're in that decision moment. We'd love to see it pull back a little bit more, get a nice, keep us accumulating, but like to see it hold strong. Now the difference, now that if you actually start looking into inflation, you can see the power of Zen's inflation. One of the reasons why I had a video I was looking at, it was like one of the reasons why people don't bet on the Dixie is because we keep printing money. So like the Dixie's always fighting inflation. And that's why it's not the best monetary system for the world, because the world keeps adding people. So you would think like, yeah, the world's adding people. Maybe we should add dollars, but that's like adding dollars faster because you're adding more people. So like now the people who are here, we have crazy amounts of inflation, and there is no such thing as scarcity for the main monetary system. Again, it's just easy. It's an easy play. Bitcoin is going to win. It's like gold, digital gold. That's why a lot of people are buying gold right now as well. Precious metals are going north. Utility, real estate is going north. Anything of value that you can flip and make energy on top of, it's going up. So we know the energy sector is doing well, but this retail thing that everybody's inside of, that pretty much runs our whole economy, how does that get lifted, right? And that's kind of why I'm digging Zen inflation model, because it answers the Dixie once you break it down to that. Because this is going to keep being inflated, so it's never really going to balance out. It's going to actually become what we saw in Zen. So Zen did exactly what it should do as an inflated token. It should go 100% down because it's being inflated. Duh. It's just sad that we couldn't break out, but whatever. You know, now we're here. The videos have been made. The cheering has happened. Right now we're here. Fuck it. You know, we're still cheering. Woo! Let's go 10,000x. But yeah, the inflation is slowing down, and this is where the utility of Zen starts to kick in. Let's look at Zen Turbo. Some would say the FUD was on purpose. Tokenization. X1 needs to make it easy for small businesses to tokenize themselves. What up, we personally experience. Thanks, man. What up, Dennis? Yo, bro, what do you think about the Vista Python stuff from the stream last night? Pretty sick to be able to check your miner via Python. Yeah, yo, Shadows Tree City West. Your videos are super dope, dog. I'm always learning some shit from you. Me, I don't know. I think I'm just like a wisdom speaker. No, I'm just kidding. Not speaker. Not wisdom, but motivational and insight. Technical analysis, motherfucker. But yeah, yours is like, yo, let's go into the matrix real quick and bring it to our crib. And that's how I feel about that, like VS or the vast AI Python reader. Keeps everything in the terminal, so you don't have to go over there, and it you know, it eliminates that step. But it again is showing you, in my opinion, how flexible of we're still mining over here, but like how flexible xenBLOCKs development can be. Just little things to make it like easier. And again, this is electricity work. So we have Zen that does crypto gas work, and then we have xenBLOCKs, which uses electricity. So you pick your poison, which one you want. But that was really cool. Tree City was. And Cray Crypto, yeah, tokenization of businesses. That one's gonna be a little bit. I mean, that's just like a learning curve for all users on planet Earth. I think of that though as like the pay terminal. So like some people just started taking credit card, and there's some spots here in my neighborhood where they're still cash only. I'm like, damn. So I do think the world with no cash is on its way, is ushering its way in by force. So that's kind of why I feel like we still aren't there yet. We're just not there yet. Like the reality check is there, but this work, like the xenBLOCKs, like a Bitcoin, where people can say, nah, man, I paid electricity for that block. That's an electric block. Those kind of conversations is what's going to help drive dollars into crypto. But as people lock up their cryptos, that's how you start to create that nature of, hey, I have XYZ, I don't have dollars. Do you take cryptocurrencies? You know, I'm going to turn my X and M into Bitcoins because the Bottega takes Bitcoins. So on and so on. It's just a nature thing. And then eventually, maybe all terminals, maybe all businesses have an ability to take a cryptocurrency. I still think it'll be classified concepts. I think the way that I saw Coinbase building their infrastructure and their design principles of their design systems, I do think they're going to monetize a lot of tokens and show favoritism to specific ones. So that's kind of why, again, at least my streams, I'm mainly focused on Ethereum, Bitcoin, mainstream cryptos that are popping, and Zen. But everything else, it's going to have to be better than Zen to really strike my attention, because Zen is something I've never seen before, and it's still got me doing shit I never seen before. And now it painted this whole future picture of shit that I ain't never seen before. I hope you guys go to the YouTube and check out Zensu's latest video. Shout out to 23 viewers. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Appreciative. Yeah, the world's going crazy right now. Where's Zenucation at? Zenucation. I'm all the way at the bottom here. I wish I would make this better. YouTube is such a half-assed designed site. I'm surprised the one's built on top of it. I'm sure we're just not there yet, too, as well. We talk about building on top of things so much that I think we just haven't reached that level of development. But the younger generation about to come in, that's all they're gonna know is building on top of things. Like they're gonna be like, wait, build from the base layer? What the fuck? I don't know how to do that. But yeah, Zenucation, go watch this. Yeah, we need to pump the views on this. This only has 698 views. What? But yeah, Zensu shows a graphic here of the matrix for X1 chain and Zenium and what they work with. Lols, I stopped it right on when I said this is community built. And yeah, this is community built. There's a lot of things that are in this world happening that are not just Jack and Zensu. I mean, you've got me talking about it and developing guides so people can get online. You got Tree City West pulling VST or vast instances to your command line, so that you don't even have to use the internet anymore. You can just use your command line. You've got Yosef continuously developing more one-liners to make things simpler. You got people making templates now. I kind of saw this one come in, but I didn't think it was going to come like this. So yeah, people are forking. One of the issues I think that from my experience, I'm just going to keep it real. One of my issues when I first got into crypto in 2013 was there was one Bitcoin miner, and it was Bitcoin Core. And I remember my friend was like, yo, yeah, you can use this to mine with your CPU before, you use a GPU, right? And I'm like, all right, whatever, we'll do it. So I'm trying to set it up, and like, I just could not figure it out, because I just remember it looking like a PC UI, but it just wasn't explained to me. And again, this is 2013. There's not that much extension of information like we have today, 10 years later, where like you can go to chat GPT and it's gonna give you a fucking breakdown, or YouTube and it's gonna give you a breakdown. So it just wasn't easy to get to mining Bitcoin. But in Xenium, we've already got multiple people putting the miner out in different variations so that people can get started. Think of it that way too. Like, we're handing you the miner. Like, if you use Tree City West to mine, he handed you the miner. Like, Yosef Script is handing people the miner. That's never been seen before in crypto. Most times you got to find it, you got to get to it, and it's got to be complicated. But for Xenium, we're simplifying it down to a click of a button, which is really cool. And that's what's dope. That's the settlement layer. The settlement layer is going to be a click of a button. The storage layer will be a click of a button. So cool. So cool. And then we have a X1 chain, which will be the EVM execution layer on top of Xenium. So Xenium will have smart contracts, but they'll be programmable smart contracts using Solidity and a Python script. And now that we have this matrix breakdown here, it makes it make a little bit more sense. So Ethereum and Bitcoin will have VMPX as the bridge in between those two worlds, as people, as entrepreneurs, build on a Bitcoin, build on Ethereum. And they say to themselves they want to go in between these two virtual machines. Essentially, they can use VMPX as a software. Think of it that way too, software. So yeah, it's a token, but that token comes with Libre wallet, and Libre has software that does exchanges between these two. So if I'm a person in crypto who has a business who wants to use both ETH and Bitcoin, VMPX might be a good starting place to start building with, so I can get involved here with my brand. Not to say my brand will be VMPX, but I can utilize the technology to make XPMV. I don't know. That's really cool that they're doing that shit. That's why they don't be tripping about this, because yeah, that's Libre wallet. Shout out to Libre wallet for taking that and running with it. Wasn't nobody even trying to think about that shit, but they were. Then we have xeNFTs and Zen. That's connected to X1. So X1 chain will have Zen and xeNFTs. And we of course know this will be connected to ETH and whatnot. So it doesn't really have any of that matrix. If you're really curious about all that stuff, I mean, yeah, you can add it to the matrix, but just think of this as the Zen world and how it works. So X1 chain will be able to comprehend all of that execution of computation as people, want to do smart contract, blockchain logging, exotic Doji coins and things like that, yada yada. So that's why X1 chain needs to exist, but it doesn't come before Xenium. Xenium comes before X1 because this is the settlement layer that keeps blockchain integrity. That's kind of how I'm calling it. This is going to keep the integrity of the chain, so that if X1 chain were to see some sort of, issue with the coin, going down and people lose faith in the chain, Xenium essentially would still be pumping because it's a settlement layer and people can build on top of Xenium. They don't need to build on top of X1. So that's why it's a really, really interesting idea thing going on here. And I'm really interested into seeing who will be one of the first integrators into Xenium who say, hey, we're going to utilize Xenium as our settlement and storage. Right? And the way that you get storage on Xenium is by getting blocks. So that is really cool. Shout out xenBLOCKs, man. I'm super duper excited. I know I'm using a lot of adjectives, but I'm extraordinarily hyphy, blown away by this technology. I think it's going to be great for Zen. And I think it needed to be developed this way in order for people to see the light. So I'm mining away. I got my xenBLOCKs, my G rank. I'm almost to 500, man. I'm working my ass off. Keeping that miner on, slowly but surely cranking. Sometimes I'll crank it up a little bit. I'll add a A40, but I'm just doing one A40. So right now it's been rocking for 4 days. So I'm gonna keep it going though. It's hashing away. That difficulty is rising in xenBLOCKs. As more people join the network, it becomes harder to mine. So yeah, that's happening right now. But see, these regular blocks, when you mine a regular block, it provides you with 10 XNM. So XNM is Xenium's blockchain gas. But now what's cool is that every regular block that's mined is in ownership to the user that mines it. So seeing this matrix breakdown here and noticing that Xenium is going to be used as a storage layer, I'm extremely happy with my regular blocks being minted because that is the storage. So I wonder how much storage will cost on Xenium in the future as more and more people realize they need to acquire blocks in order to be part of some sort of storage. And that's one thing that's great. That only reason I can make this relationship, so this is speculation, but I'm making a speculative relationship to Taproot and Bitcoins and ordinals and inscriptions. So inscribing on a block and changing the value of the block and putting data in the block. So then that way the block is also part of the blockchain, and the blockchain data of course grows, but that's what I mean by storage. Like each block creates like a land of storage. So as more and more people mine xenBLOCKs, it's going to reach a storage point or it's going to just keep adding to the storage. And that's good for that's good for anyone who wants to make a decentralized website. Maybe they want to tap into storage and it's on the xenBLOCKs or something, because Bitcoin is just a little bit too expensive to embed everything inside of. And who's embedding data inside of an Ethereum? That shit don't make no sense. Dioshline with the 5. I see you, bro. Go down, Zen. Go down. New all-time lows. Tell the old moon boys, let their hopium go. When Zen was up in Timeland, go to all-time lows. This guy's writing a poem right now. Geocean with a poem. I hear you. I hope you get a super, bruh. Christopher, I hope I get a super too, man. IDK if I'm gonna get one though. It's crazy how many people do not care about xenBLOCKs. It's like they won't care until it all comes together, and then they're like, oh shit, I knew this was gonna be hot, bro. I knew this was gonna be the next thing. I saw it on the first wave, but the question is now is how many people stayed mining? Because I think a lot of people turned off their miners once everything got busy, or they stopped putting, or like we saw a surge of mining, and then the difficulty fell because a lot of people couldn't afford the GPU mining anymore. So that's kind of what happened here in xenBLOCKs. So now the difficulty is rising because now people are FOMOing on missing out. But the thing is that if you kept mining through this whole time, you know, if anybody who stopped mining here, you probably lapped them. And now they got to catch you. But their problem is that they weren't mining at a lower difficulty. So now they are getting less blocks and spending more energy. So that's going to be an ongoing cat and mouse game, especially for people looking to get leverage so that on the Xenium network, they can become a voter. So blocks are like voters. Or securing the network in Xenium, you become basically a voter. You got to watch this, and I haven't yet learned how to articulate it all together. So I'm not going to try to do that right now. But just know that Xenium is the settlement layer, and it picks and governs X1, while X1 has a Congress-style idea, like a speaker, like a House of Representatives idea, where they make rules and laws too, but they got to pass it to the president and get it passed there. But even though it's got to go back, it's still got to get passed by them. But you see what I'm saying? X1 still has a lot of political power in delegating the whole consensus, but the power lies in Xenium's performance of mines, or performance of hashing. So as long as people are hashing Xenium, it's going to be able to secure all of this while having basically a new governor every 10 minutes, validating the nodes, making sure that everything is valid. It's crazy, bro. I don't know why people are not excited about this. This is not Pulse Chain. But yeah, I guess I haven't talked about Pulse Chain. Let's talk about Pulse Chain, I guess. People are like, man, fuck that shit. Talk about Pulse Chain. Dennis with the yo crypto bruh. Do you know what xeNFTs and DB's NFTs are the only useful xeNFTs so far? They are. They're the only ones that actually have utility. And that's why OpenSea took them off, because they said that shit is security. I didn't even know that you couldn't sell or have, what do you call it? You're not allowed to have NFTs that do something else besides just exist on OpenSea. You violate their terms if it does anything else, and that's messed up. Fast to come down, or too fast, come slow to stay. Lols. Dioshan, you wanted to go down so bad. Most want fast money. Yeah, I think a lot of people want fast money, but also I think another part of me, I think we are dealing with the potential breakout of crypto, and we're at the tail end of like when music videos were on MTV. We're on the tail end of Saturday morning cartoons. Like, that's kind of how the generational feeling I'm having right now. Like, the 25-year-old, the 22-year-old, the 15-year-old, they know how to use cryptocurrency. They just can't use cryptocurrency. One spot ETF, bringing it to the bodega. Little kid goes from, I got Apple Pay, to I got Bitcoins. Maybe their parents, you know, really got Bitcoins, so they use Bitcoins, and the bodega's like, yeah, I take Bitcoins. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I think the world is evolving and it's going through a new state. So some of these, that's kind of why I hope Pulse Chain can hold. But this pullback is definitely needed, making, you know, some people fill up their bags so it can roll around and come right up. But yeah, that's on the settlement of the community. So I got some Pulse Chain Zen. It's my biggest bag on Pulse Chain because I'm a Zenian. And I hope it can keep going up. I hope the community can take it up faster than time, because time eventually will take it up, because it's better than the Dixie. That's for sure. This is definitely better than the Dixie. You gotta love that ETH Zen. But yeah, ETH Zen is the truth. Like, there ain't no better Zen than ETH Zen. On my mama. And that's kind of why I think it's the most protected out of all the Zens. But everything else will see its day. Let's look at this real fast, because I wish AZen went crazy. But AZen didn't do anything. Let's see. Damn, transaction-wise, 3,000. Sheesh. Y'all should be doing it with Jack Coin. Y'all should be trading Jack Coin. Why won't people get behind Jack Coin? What is the psychology around not being? Is it because of someone? Like, if Jack himself came out with Jack Coin, would you use Jack Coin? Pretty funny. So I think it's a psychology thing. I'm like 90% sure at this point. And again, it's because Pulse Chain is for pumps. Trying to get some pumps up, rock with Pulse Chain. I see you, proof of work. They're trying to do something over there. Matic. I heard Polygon is going to change Matic's name, so I wonder what's going to happen here. This is just going to encapsulate the old chain ticker. ETH Zen coming in at number 5. Damn, AZen is number 12. Damn. What happened to Avalanche? It's because I stopped shilling. I wasn't even trying to shill it, but I guess now it feels like a shill. Gosh darn it. But you'll see here, like, Avalanche is still doing, it still has what's one of the only Zens. Not one of the only, because now there's other ones. But it is a certified Zen of the chain, where the chain itself has restrictions, so the Zen is being is more reflective to its chain activities. Because again, Zen is just rooted in network capacity. So Avalanche has small blocks, so you can't fit a lot of VMUs in a xeNFT, which restricts how much supply is available. So technically, Avalanche is ready to rock whenever, but what it is still is subjective to inflation sellers, because it's so cheap to make it. So it'd be more beneficial if everybody held. That's what I thought what we were doing over here before this crazy dip. So maybe we hold here, full of hopium. Moonbeam, man. Let's do something with Moonbeam, y'all. Shao Zhang. Hey, bro. Do you know your GD Zen referral link? I haven't been able to discover it on the site. So I just rock the link below. So that link is safe, even though it doesn't have any refs on it or anything. Not to say I'm a referee. But yeah, you can click on the links. Click on the links. Let's do something with Moonbeam, man. This is Gavin Woods. Polka dots. I like Moonbeam. $11,000 market cap. $1,000 in liquidity. You know what I'm saying? It's looking good over here. Come move in. I got a bag. Bring your bag. That's how this works now. You just gotta try to invite people over. You got my ref link? There's a question mark on the web page. Hey, let's look at garbage dump. I haven't actually looked at it in a minute. Shout out Tree City West. Let's go to Polygon. Man, big ups to the person that made Wallet Connect. There's some real integration for Ethereum. It's making everybody have very, very fast website building. Build a website, Wallet Connect it quick. You said click on question mark. This one? If you click on that question mark, you get your link. Oh, not question mark. If you click on increase link. Oh, okay. Oh, and it's just my wallet address at the end. Y'all should tiny link this. I don't know if this is yours. But yeah, maybe I'll throw that below. So if you got one too, make sure you increase your earnings. This APR has dropped quite a bit. I have some of these tokens here. I should claim these. Realistically though, I'm waiting for this game on Ethereum. I want to use my personal energy in a field where I exist. So when it comes to Moonbeam, when it comes to Avalanche, when it comes to Ethereum, I will be going crazy. But here on Matic, I'm just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see what it's gonna do. Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense there. So you don't get any. That makes sense. So this I was under the impression that this thing was gonna give me Matic rewards, but I guess GD Zen is the only thing that gets you Matic rewards, and this is just an extra coin to burn to keep your rewards up. Makes sense. And then that's why this is like fuel. Like this continues to fuel your fire. The more you burn your shit coins in Zen, the more fuel you get to keep your health up, to keep your divs up. Yeah, I can't wait for this to come to a chain where I have a lot of Zen. Because I'm going to live it all over again. DB Zen 2.0. You guys should try to figure. I don't know if this is your app, but you're talking about it a lot. So I'm just going to say you guys, but I'm telling it to you, Shao. You guys should figure out how you're going to build liquidity now. Don't wait for people to start asking that question. Just do it now. And it will keep, and I would say building liquidity probably with this XEC coin in Zen would be a smart idea. Is there here, let's do some degening. XEC. So y'all ain't gotta where's the contracts? Oh, I guess you have to do that too. I recommend putting the contracts here. But it's cool though. I know what I'm doing. It's cool though. I know what I'm doing. Correct. XEC is more like a health recovery tool, just like in the game. That's more of that's more of the native burn than the Zen burn. Ooh, what you talking about? What you talking about? Very good. You told us in October, so everybody will remember in March. Y'all gonna remember in March. March, we going north. I can't wait. That's my birthday month. It's right here. So how many of these? Ain't that many. Only 62 holders. Damn, pimp this shit. What is that? Text screen. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Some people over here trying to play with it right now. They're trying to figure it out. So look, I'm gonna say this, bro. This will be the smartest thing to do right now. Start figuring out how you compare this coin to MZen. And then figure out how this pair can help MZen. And then get that shit going up. Figure out how this liquidity pool, because people are burning shit coins and creating this worthless token. Let's bring value to this worthless token and apply some pressure to the GD Zen holders to want to have to burn and hold this. because then that's going to lift up the whole ecosystem. Essentially, EXC would be like the index token of Zen, if that makes any sense. Because I was thinking about how do we make an index token for Zen, but everything is so like degen-y. So essentially, XCC could be that. If the value of XCC is high, then that means that the Zenians believe in their ecosystem, and then that should rise the price of Phoenix, of Doge, of MDXN. Like everything should go up because we believe in it, and XCC is high. So if people don't want to burn for this, and then you just gotta keep the rewards healthy, and then people will keep burning Zen for GD Zen, and keep burning shit coins for EXC to keep their health up to win in this game. But yeah, have you figured out how to really make this pool like Zen Game? Like Zen Game is we can thank them. This was the real catalyst to our price go up. It exposed how many people are really selling, and that's why the price was able to go up so viciously, because we had a buy bot basically to help us. Zen Game is up to 12 billion, or excuse me, 12, is it 12 billion? Yeah, 12 billion Zen burned. 12 billion. So yeah, this is up to 12 billion Zen burned, and that's critical for, like, that's a lot of Zen taken off the market. What's 12 billion right now? Can I do that here? Nah, I gotta be on deck screener. They said nah, only degens want to count. So yeah, we gotta give Zen Game their flowers, yo. They truthfully are one of the people who helped catalyst this into the next realm. Yeah, so they burn $733. Is that right? Let me make sure I'm doing the right math here. I am not. 7,000. So far, they've burned $7,000 worth of Zen, and that was just in one game. Right now, the game is slowing down, and it's because this timer needs to get down in order for it to get interesting. Like right now, it's not that interesting because some people, again, they don't really trust the game now. A lot of people lost money on that first round because they didn't know to burn their keys. So I'm sure once this timer goes down closer to a possible end, we'll see some action happening here. My strategy, as you can see, I have no keys. I'm also waiting for the pot to go down. I don't want to get baited in and have to, because I missed the fair launch. I have a beef. I have beef. I have some beef. So I saw the timer go down, and then I clicked refresh right when it started over. And I didn't realize until like maybe 3 minutes into or 5 minutes into I don't know. I missed the fair launch because I kept refreshing and it kept showing me this page. And I was like, why won't it change? And then my URL said intermission. I was like, oh shit. So like my page didn't automatically switch to the round 2 page. So I missed the fair launch. And yeah, I'm a little beefy, but it's whatever. Now I know, like, okay, cool, don't rely on the page to change for you. That's my fault. But yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, yo, I guess the game, I went and I looked online and I was like, I guess the game didn't start or something. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait for the keys, or I'm gonna wait for the timer to go down. I'm gonna try to snipe the timer. You win 50% of this pot, so you're still gonna get 7 ETH. That's not bad. 7 ETH for $10. Like, you might as fuck it, try to win this. We've seen it. Somebody won it, so it's possible. The thing is that I think the variable here of price of ETH goes up is gonna rely on real ETH going down. And if we're really in a bull market, like everyone's saying, then this might be like the standardized amount of ETH that goes in. Like a lot of ETH goes in the beginning, and then we're basically just playing a pot for the fair launch keys, while they try to ROI on top of each other, until like the whole network of crypto is just much larger and there's way more players. But this is going really slow. This like Vault has only bumped up like 0.1 ETH in like 24 hours. So that's nerve-wracking. But yeah, we're gonna play the game. We're gonna wait till the end. If you want, in the description, I have my referral link. If you use the referral link, you save 5% on your key purchase. So technically, you want to be doing that. I think this person up here, because they hit a withdrawal of 1 ETH, it's like, damn. They're probably self-referring themselves. So when they buy keys, they use their own referral link, so they can get some of that feedback. That's a classic. But yeah, we got 4 hours, so maybe check back around 4 p.m. 3:30. See where the action is. See if people are buying keys. See if someone new comes in and messes everything up, buys a bunch of keys, and we're back on it. So hope this goes well. That's all I can say. I hope it goes well. And don't overspend. Don't buy a bunch of keys. That shit is out. For me, at least, it's out the scenario. You buy keys to burn them. It's almost like you want to play that way too. Like play the buy the key game, and then if basically like if the timer ends up going 12 hours, you just withdraw and burn your keys. Say fuck it. I ain't playing the other game. I'm gonna wait for the. So that's probably what we'll probably start seeing. We'll probably start seeing more people sell keys. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the biggest gamble is gonna be not selling your keys. So the biggest reward would be not selling your keys. But the most practical player will be burning essentially ETH to try to win this pot. And then they can use, like, let's say, like, while I'm doing this, I can just buy a bunch of keys and then burn them. And I was wondering why people were doing that. I was like, damn, people were buying 500 keys and then burning them? Like, what the fuck? But they're just trying to get the fees, because the more keys you hold, the more weight you have. You feel me? So some people could try to buy a bunch and then just burn them and just say fuck it. Also too, the more keys you buy and burn, the more weight you have in the burn. So it would make sense for you to buy a bunch of keys if you're just trying to get in this anyways, regardless to the price. Most people buy 1,000 keys. That's like 0.1. It's not that bad right now for the key price. It's not that bad. Yeah, there's a lot of different strategies. Another strategy, I guess you could say too, now that I'm thinking about it, if we can get a good key price, because right now the key price is not that bad because the pot is low. So as this pot grows in Ethereum, so let's say someone does come in and they bring 2 ETH, right? That means 1 Ethereum is going to go into the pot, and then the other ETH is going to be spread across the network, right? So if someone comes in with 2 ETH and they're on a mission to bring in 10 ETH, and we know for a fact this is going to go up by 5 Ethereum, that's the reason why you would want to keep holding keys, so you can capture that growth in the jackpot. If you don't have any keys, you can't capture any growth. And then as the growth grows, keys become more expensive. So technically you want to capture as many keys as possible here, but that's the risk. I guess that was on me, man. I'm beating myself the fuck up because I did not do the proper management. Key management. What the fuck? Who would have known though? I was on vacation. Yeah, nah, that's how I'm thinking. I'm like, damn, round 1 really caught me on a vacation thing. But the rounds going forward, this can really be a really cool vehicle of chance. Yeah, burning keys essentially is you trying to get some of that 20%. And we can see here from round 1, they should put the stats of how many people burn keys, so we can see be transparent about the key burning. But we can see here that 13 ETH went to key burning. And that's based on position. So if there's 10 million at the start, then that means technically there could be 10 million keys burned. Right? So if you're trying to say to yourself you want to stay ahead, or you want 1% of that 13 ETH, then you would want to make sure you have 1% of this 10. But this can go up, you know, or this is going up right now. So like as people buy keys, and that's what's crazy too. I guess once this loses the footprint of the 10, you could kind of lose the footprint of the moves. JB Zen just bought 1,000 keys, and now it's resetting. I'm about to buy 1,000 keys. Resetting. This person might be watching this, bro. Watchers supply is down, so we have to pay him. Nah, you don't have to. My dude, stop throwing. I mean, I'm very grateful for all tips and tricks and fun times and support. Yeah, don't feel like you gotta support me. Our community in general is just smaller right now. We're in the middle of a bear market and people don't believe in xenBLOCKs, so it tells a lot to me. Damn, this person bought 1,000 keys and pumped it right back to 12 hours. So this game is gonna continue. Yep. Do I have to? Who's resetting the thing? That should have brought us over the reset meter. Oh, somebody just gotta buy one key and it'll reset it. I'll do it for the culture. What's the gas right now? 25. I'm about to get front run like a motherfucker. Oh, I'm on Matic. Oh, duh. Yeah, Zen game on the other networks is gonna be pretty fun. I will refill my educational wallets for Zen game on other networks. I got it like that. Nonchalant. Yeah, interesting to figure out how to balance between liquidity and staking. I'm gonna add some liquidity for GDX. I got like 1,000 GDX, and there's like $3 in the LP last time I checked. Yeah, but Shao, I would say you shouldn't do it. I mean, I don't know if it's your project. I'm just saying because it sounds like you know a lot about it. But you shouldn't do it, even if it's your project. You should try to figure out how the community can find value in the liquidity pool. That'd be more impactful, and that would change the direction of what you think it can become. If that makes any sense. Damn, it's $10 to buy a key. That's why no one's restarting the pool. Everybody, I ain't got $10 for that. The fuck? That's how I be feeling too sometimes. I'm only since I'm on live, I want to like ball out. But the real person inside of me, like the realest person in me, who is myself, is saying, "Boy, if you don't save your $10," but they want me to do it. Oh man, it's a standoff. Oh well, we're not gonna get it. It's fine. Actually, I gotta wrap up my stream anyways, because if I do it, I want to make sure no one can see me do it. Fun burn balance is going up. You gotta watch out though. Tree City West got an alert on this, so they be clicking the button. You should make that higher, man. We can see how. No, I don't know. 100 or 200 million Zen is still pretty good for your alert. If you're getting around 200 million Zen when that alert hits. I would say make it higher. But yeah, even when I watch it manually, it's kind of risky. It's like, is someone else gonna press it? Am I lacking not pressing it right now? But yeah, no one is hitting the reset button. Nobody wants to pay $10 for the key. Yeah, wild. All right, we're gonna wrap up this stream here. We'll just give our little final thoughts on Zen. Again, I think Zen is on a pullback, but I do think it's a healthy pullback. Hopefully we get a real pullback when we get into this range here, getting back to those lows at the beginning of October. But again, I already explained, I don't think that's realistic, because when you look at the month, that would say that in the next like 4 days, we're gonna see Zen like crush all these gains that just happened, and then have a wild ass wick up to then just go down. So I mean, it's there because the world doomsday, like Zen down forever, but all of the work going into this month of October, I just don't feel that way. Like I don't feel like people are looking at what Zensu is performing now, what he's introducing now. I don't feel like people are looking at this as a hopium. I think they're starting to see that this is a physically working ecosystem. It just doesn't have a lot of volume right now, which is the next thing. It's scaling. How do we scale in the humans? How do we get humans into this? And you can see only 703 people have watched the live, man. You should go watch this. This is really informative. But yeah, I don't really see Zen pulling back too much heavier. I'm sorry, DH Land. I got to go against that notion. I do think we're in the middle of a liftoff rally, and we can go all the way up to my little target, which is going to be getting to the 200. That's 5 zeros and a 14, and then hopefully keep pushing through it. Maybe we see a sell off, but again, I'm starting to become very bullish because of this whole Bitcoin fiasco and the Dixie. Right, so if the Dixie keeps pumping, Bitcoin should retrace. But the Dixie pumping and Bitcoin retracing and war on the horizon, I think this is the part where people really say we're fucking done, and they're gonna start getting into Bitcoin. So it's pretty bullish. Bitcoin's in a very bullish state right now. Even if it were to roll over, bro, it's people are ready to buy this shit. They're ready to acquire Bitcoins and learn about it. And infrastructure is there for them to get it. Maybe not to spend it, but definitely to get it. So, again, I'm starting to turn a little bullish on the bits. And it makes me bullish on Zen. Makes me bullish on xenBLOCKs. Makes me bullish on Zen Game. I think it's a great time to be in crypto right now. So stay calm, stay zen, and everything should hopefully work in your favor. Yeah, man, I'm going to wrap up this stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with something new. If nothing happens in Zen, I don't know. Damn, hold up. I didn't even show this. xenBLOCKs difficulty is up to 83,000. God damn. Yeah, it's on the rise. It's getting ready. It's going to try to push all-time highs. That's cool. With less wallets. That means that people who are in the pool are mining or are acquiring more hardware to mine more before more people show up. Basically, that's the FOMO. This is the FOMO rally. Less mining or less miners, more difficulty. FOMO, pure FOMO right now. I don't know what they're FOMOing for. Wish I knew. I wish I knew. All right, y'all. Catch you next time. Peace.